Yeah. I want to welcome y'all to the ArthurJ84 TV podcast. Let's get it. Just sit back and let it breathe. We coming with more heat. You only get one shot. You shady or maybe not. You capping, we laughing. We on a mission. Now listen, we making statements and stating some of opinions and some of fact. So sit back and just relax. All the bull don't get no slack. We bringing it back to back with a swag and a class act. It's levels to this, and the truth will show who your friends are. That hate you won't get far. So be great. Let's debate. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm Arthur J.
And I'm Torrie.
And we back with another episode.
What up, bro?
Man, we want to welcome y'all back to ArthurJ84 TV podcast. We want to thank y'all for chilling with us, man. We just want to get right into it. Bringing our issues to social media. Toxic or helpful. Man, let's get right into it, man. I want to start because I don't want to spend the whole podcast talking about what we always get into, but I want to touch a little bit brief on relationships, whether you're married or not married, bringing your issues to social media. It's so often that you have some people that's private and then you have some people that put everything on social media. What would you think? I'm gonna hit you hard with this. What would you say should be a thin or line that shouldn't be crossed when it come down to your personal business when you're in a relationship, that you bring to social media? What would be the line that you feel that people should take in consideration of not crossing?
Anytime it's something negative, for as your partner, towards your partner, or when things ain't going right, it's always all that. Anything negative is a thin line, period. If it ain't positive, don't put it on Facebook. To me, my opinion, don't put it on Facebook, IG. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Your true friends, you can call them on the phone and holler at them, vent to them. But the world that don't know you, or distant friends or classmates you just on social media with, they don't care. Some people just sitting back and looking for the drama in your relationship. So people might think I had a perfect marriage. That just is not true. But you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna post nothing negative about my spouse. You know what I'm saying? And she do the same, because at the end of the day, what is that gonna fix? Whatever's wrong is still gonna be an issue. So for me, going to social media venting, is that helping my situation get better? Most of the time, my true friends or family members or her family members gonna be like, y'all need to cut it out. Take that down. You know what I'm saying? Now the other people is the ones going to just want to see the drama. They're going to be like, oh, I know he didn't do that, girl. Yeah, you should. No, your true friends that got good intent for your relationship or want your relationship to succeed is going to be like, man, y'all take that off of social media. You know what I'm saying? So anything negative is always a line that you just don't want to cross. It ain't thin. It's a line, thick line. Just don't put it up there. You know?
Right. Man, this is one of these episodes where, I can, for me, I'm just such a private person, so it's easy for me to agree with you. But what about those people that try to try to nitpick and say, well, we just trying to help other people by showing our flaws or showing, things that we going through. So we using that to help people. It's like they're telling everything, but they're turning it around to say that they're using that to maybe it can help. Because I think I sent you this a while ago. This one lady, I'm not gonna call her name. She's well known on Facebook, internet, and her husband was going through it, and she was talking about I think I mentioned it to you because I ain't married, so I didn't know about what is it?
Using the divorce, the D. And
no, it's something. It's a name for it. It's
the marriage club.
The marriage club. Yeah. And so she was talking about how that she was going into how that go, and she was saying that you never know what we going through may be helping another couple. How do Torrie, being that you a married man, how do you feel about that statement?
Honestly, my true opinion is I'm not knocking this young lady about the way she handled it. People vent different ways. People write. People go to the beach. People, it's certain things. But in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. And for as her saying, oh, I'm just doing this at the moment, or you going through what you're going through to help other couples, you know what? help me after y'all situation is better, and talk about it.
Wait. You can't say that fast. You gotta let that breathe. Say that again.
Help me after y'all make it through y'all situation, and talk about it in past tense, like kind of thing. Hey, I remember me and my husband was going through this, and this is what we made it out of. Not at the same exact moment as you going through it. How can you go through something and then let the whole world tell me the aftermath? You know what I'm saying? That y'all survive what y'all went through, that this obstacle that y'all had to overcome. That is the better way of helping somebody, not when you're going through it, because at the same time, you open up that world to have those negative inputs that could alter your decision, or let the outside world, social media, feel like, oh, you got to make this kind of choice. No, y'all handle y'all issues privately, and if y'all make it through, then tell us about it. That's the way I would handle it. That's the true definition of we went through something to try to help another couple that could be going through the same thing, not while you going through it though.
That's touchy, man. That's real touchy. It's very interesting because so many people do that, bro. So many people, they go through things. I see it, and I just be gritting my teeth. Like, now, I heard somebody say, I forgot who it was, a long time ago. They say, man, if you living in the projects, they was giving an example. They say, if you living in the projects and it's 1,000 people that live there in the projects, or however many, a large amount of people that live there, and you and your significant other bring that to everybody that live out there. Now you got 1,000 more headaches that's into your relationship with the headaches that y'all dealing with. And I thought that was just so profound, because it's so often that people, not even just to help somebody, they just go to social media for every freaking thing, man. And that really bothers me, man. It just really like curl my skin, because I'm like, at the end of the day, we said it before on other previous episodes, like, who cares? Like, nobody ain't gonna, social media ain't for everything. Like,
it's not.
We get it. We get it. We get the entertainment. We get the, I go to things for entertainment. There's certain drama I watch. We all have been guilty of it. Like, well, let's not act like we ain't, clicked on things that had drama in it, and we be like, hey man, you seen this and seen this, and then we clicked on positive things. So I get it, but it still goes back to everything ain't for social media, especially when you're dealing with, one thing I've noticed, man, with being single, like, it still applies to single people, but people are more nosy when it's you and your significant other. I'm gonna just let that breathe. People are more nosy, and I always wonder, like, why is that? Why is it when it come down to couples, people be more into what they got going on versus a single person on what they putting on the internet? And it's not to say that they excuse from bringing issues to, because I think it's the same thing apply to single people, but it just seemed like it'd be more of a stronger drama when couples do it, because it's just people be, now you got people in both of y'all situation. It ain't just you,
because people like drama, man. That's just, it's hard to do it with a single person. But even just getting out the realm of relationship, if I don't like you, I'm not. Me and Arthur done got into it. It's not for social media. It don't have to be just relationships. Social media stuff is not for everybody, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, girl, we had a disagreement about some business stuff or something. I'm not going to post that on social media, because that's not helping our situation. It's not helping us get more money. It's not helping us grow our business no more. It just let people in the world that ArthurJ and Torrie is at odds. It's not solving nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's with anything, especially with the climax of what putting social stuff on social media bringing these days. Somebody could crumble your whole empire that y'all worked on trying to build for, because you done put some negative stuff in there. Then you have these people over here, now they got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
It's all about positive energy. Why put that negative energy out there? Handle that behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Unless the only thing I feel like you need to do something socially, if you disrespect me publicly, you're not finna go behind closed doors and try to apologize to me privately. No, we gonna do that the same way you try to embarrass me. Let's sit down and have a public apology. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But like I say,
man, it's so crazy because it's like people can argue so much with us, and you know, and we always be prepared for anybody to not to disagree with us, because you know our mission statement is always to enlighten people with our opinion. That's the thing. That's the thing that they gotta highlight, our opinion. So it's not always just gonna work for you. It's not gonna always work for us. But I just realized just certain things shouldn't be for the internet, because it's gonna really, like you said, don't make things better, and it's gonna really give you more headaches, because now, depending on how big your following is, you got, I use that project for an example, you got 2,000 or 20,000, however many followers that's in your business. Now you got to deal with what you and your significant other, or what you got going on with your friend or family or whatever, along with the people that's saying stuff in the comments and weighing. Now you got a headache, because now you got 500 people, 700 people that's going at you and saying crazy stuff. Exactly. Now you more stressed out. People don't think about stuff like that. You see celebrities do it. You see people who not celebrities do it. And that's something that it's we can all admit that we all be put to the test, where somebody will piss you off and you be wanting. Man, it's many times. I'm going to tell you this. It's many times that I want to pick up my phone and really go in, because you know me, I'm real surgical with it. Like I can hit you with something, but not hit you with it, and then later on you be like, oh man, did he really just hit me with it? That's why I always said, we said in the past, I'm very surgical with it, but you grow and you learn that there are ways to do things.
Because like I said, I'm guilty of some of these things that I'm saying about relationship, venting on social media. That was the early stage in, say, just my relationship. We both used to go to social media when we mad at each other and put stuff. We get that. But growth comes out of that. Nothing came out of those situations when we was doing that. You know what I'm saying? But letting people in our business. But you grow when you mature, you know what I'm saying, and find out the better ways of doing things. And that's all we saying. And I feel like nothing ever came out of putting anything negative, especially when you're talking about your relationship. I just reached out to a partner of mine. He put something, I guess, you know, it was some street stuff. And I'm like, dude, you know, at one point you never let the right hand know what the left one is doing. So why are you already putting this on social media? And two, him still being in the street, even though I try to talk to all my friends that's still out there, hey, ain't nothing good coming out of this. But you know the police watching too. So either you want them to see something, or you you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Get into that.
Or you know they gonna come in, and if something happen, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So nothing is good coming out of putting stuff on social media, especially when it's out of a negative perspective. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, you know, I want to get into that, like, because I see that all the time on other podcasts, and especially like celebrities. You know, they go on these podcasts and they just incriminate themselves. That is the dumb. Listen, I'm not from the streets, but I'm smart enough to know that if I was in the streets, even not being in the streets, again, there's certain things, and you can't get mad at the what you call it, the interviewer. Yeah. You can't get mad at him or her.
I don't have a
right. You got to be smart enough to say, you know, no comment. They want to keep on going. No comment. I don't want to talk about that. You know, nobody can't make you talk about something, right? But if they got the camera on, of course, for views and everything like that, don't expect them to be responsible of things that you say, you know. But even with that, you know, you got to be careful what you go and you say and you put on there, especially in a situation where you know it can get you life or it can get you death. You know, people don't think about that. I feel like people treat social media like a drug. It's an addiction.
It is.
I heard somebody a long time ago say, social media is the new crack. And I kind of giggled at that, but I'm like, man, that's crazy, bro.
They live in this, let me get that light. Let me get that hard.
Oh, bro, let that breathe.
You know, and I'm really active on social media. My presence is known on social media, but it's just not to the extent that, oh, I got to get on there every day. Let me say something every day. Every day I'm talking. No, I'm going, most of the time I'm scrolling. Just like everybody else. I'm just scrolling through everybody's stuff. Yeah. That's it, really.
And you live and you learn. Like I said, it's not to say that we going to be perfect, that everything that we, and venture is gonna be perfect, but I can guarantee that we go back to the drawing board and go back to the tape and just be like, okay, you know, just in our personal life, not just with the podcast, and just think of ways that we can be better, because there's so many ways to get people attention than just drama or just thinking that you have to put everything on social media.
People take things and they spend it. It might come a point that Arthur J might have a bigger venture that he wants to explore. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know the business of what me and this man are talking. I'll give you an example. Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club breaking off to do her own thing. That's something they talked about. But they tried to spin that as, oh, look, it was a negative. But they had done talked amongst each other about her going to explore her different things that she need to do. You know what I'm saying? People will take things and spend it when, you know what I'm saying, it's now you old explanations to people. No. You know what I'm saying? So that social media and people input and how they spend things, it's just crazy these days, man. So that social media and things like that is worse almost than a drug. You know what I'm saying? It's an addiction.
Man, that's deep. So it's almost worse than the drug, man.
For real, man.
You know how bad
people
you gotta
live
be
for it, man.
You know how bad you gotta be to be worse than a drug, because I've seen people, you know, be hooked. You've seen people be hooked. So
people want to be local famous too. Like most of the time, it's like, man, you want to be local famous? Because I say this, we could talk about our podcast and our positivity, but we ain't known in the city like that. But this person, but we could have all stuff together, businesses, homes, family, kids, college paid for, whatever. And then you can have Joe Blow that don't do nothing, but they citywide or local famous and get 1,000 some likes, but they ain't got nothing going on for themselves. They'll rather handle being local famous than updating or upgrading their real life. Your real life, this is social media. You can be anybody, but your real life, you got to go back to that.
Hey, I heard a battle rapper say, y'all worrying about 1 million views? I'm trying to get paid that. Woo! Boy, that gave me chills when he said that, man. Because I'm like, that was real to me, man. Because I know the world that we live in.
Yeah.
I know the world that we live in, and we live in a day and time where that's just what it is. It's like, you know, it's what's popping on
exactly.
on
social media, when we do social media, check out our videos.
Yeah, we definitely want you to subscribe.
That is
like
something that's helping us, and we can help the next person, et cetera, et cetera. It has a purpose, not just no drama that we just gonna put on that serve no purpose at all. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's so important, man, because it's like you know, when you look at it, you shouldn't allow something to control you or control the narrative of how you think or how you move in life. You know, for example, you know, people, when it come down to how you look or how you talk or how you act on social media or in life, period, people move accordingly. I noticed this growing up in Polk County. People move accordingly to how everybody else is moving. I want to be cool because this is way to move to be cool, to fit into the crowd, or this way to talk to fit in, and you're not thinking about just the hustle. Like everybody want to say they're a hustler, but to me it's like you don't have to move the same way that everybody on social media or off of social media move. You move accordingly to what's gonna put money and food in your people pocket. You know what I mean? Put food on their table or money in their pocket. You know, you want to do things that make sense. Does it make sense? So that's something I noticed, man.
With that social media, it's like this for me. Yes, everybody. I want the better things in life. I definitely do. But all my images ain't gonna be posted with money, because I ain't got it like that to just be like, oh, I got bundles of bundles. But anything I put on social media, the image is matching the lifestyle. Yeah, they go one in one. You know what I'm saying? So hand to hand. I want the image to match what I'm portraying to be, or on the social media, because anybody could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing, and it's being truthful to myself. I'm not gonna be sitting up there posting this yacht like this mine. Yeah. No, I want this to be mine, unless we just going on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? So
what you think about? Not to cut you off, but what you think about people that be fronting like that? Because I see it all the time, man.
They window shoppings and
man,
that stuff.
They'll be fronting like they just a boss. And they really not a boss.
I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I don't see myself doing it.
Or some of the women that use the filters to make themselves look.
See that? I ain't touching on that, ladies.
Hey, I get on that.
I'm not touching on that.
Like it's still bringing issues to it's just a different kind of issues to because you got issues because you don't look like that. You look totally, and I ain't talking about the makeup, take the makeup off. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the filters where you really going beyond the look like you just jumped into Steve Urkel's transformation chamber and came out. It's the fun.
Go ahead.
Like no.
I just man,
Toxic
flossing the cost
or helpful.
Especially and on a serious note, flossing the cost. We learned that way back in the day. Stop, because it's a lot of less fortunate people that want what you got, and they will come get you. As we see, we just had a rapper, PMB or PNB. I don't really know his name, but I just see it all on social media. Just, lost his life. And I'm not saying he was flossing or anything, so please don't get that twisted. But that social media, and I'm not going to say that was just the cause of it.
His girl did
and I'm
put
not
the location.
And I'm not going to just put that all on her, but we have to be mindful of the way we do use social media.
Right.
Like me and my wife, or if me and you do something, it's like, hey, man, we'll post after.
Right.
After I'm back home, I post all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to be careful in which you flossing like you got it and you really don't got it like that. Like you got your rent money going and you're playing with it all on social media and somebody comes see you about it. Now you done got your money too, and you can't pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? So don't be flossing, cause it's a lot. It's about I think this world moves just like they say in the prison system. I never been there, but I heard this before, that it's about the people that don't have and you have.
Yeah, you gotta be mindful of that, man. Yeah, even if you ain't from the streets,
and it ain't cool.
Even if you're not famous.
It's not cool. You should be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but it's about the people who don't have, though. You know what I'm saying? That's always going to take, and who not willing to get on their grind and do stuff. But be mindful of what you put on social media.
That's the key word. Be mindful, man, because it's we all have social media. There's times when I like to be silly. It's times when I like to be laid back or show that I'm out on vacation or whatever. But you gotta know, especially the levels that you are in life. Like when we grow, and notice I say when, because you got to speak those things. When we grow, the more blessings come our way, the more we got to be mindful of haters. Let that breathe. The more blessings come your way, the more you got to be mindful. So if you in a situation in life and you're being blessed, or things are happening, or you just met somebody, or whatever it is, you got to think about that growth. Before there was destruction, before there was issues, there was growth. And something just happened. Social media is not the place to just put all your problems on. Like, I see people do that. Like, every time something bad happened, they just run to it on everything. And everybody hurt differently. Everybody move differently. But it's like everything is not for that, because a lot of times you'll make things worse, bro.
And social media, and not even, just like I say, not even on just relationship, friendship. People have to post everything. Oh, I got a new crab plate. Let me post it. Oh, I'm cooking tonight for my dude or my woman. Let me post it. Man, that supposed to be regular. That's how I be looking at it. I'm just being under. Oh, you cooked the meal for your man. Yeah. That's regular stuff. Stop posting every freaking thing, man. Oh, I just bought these new J's. Man, okay, we got those already. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might be goofy and just post, music or something about my podcast, a picture or just something like that. But far as buying things, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my stilo, let me show y'all this. Because I done got some of those same things. So it's nothing to brag about. When I brag, when I really get the bag, okay, you'll see the change. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And everybody's different, Torrie, man. Because like I always say that. And with me, I move different with me having, if that makes sense. Like when you just said, when I get the bag, only the people that around me. But that's just me. Yeah. I'm not saying y'all have to do that, but that's just me, because I think differently when it comes down to things like that, because I don't want whoever that person that I don't know or that I can't see that's watching, because I done had stuff stolen from me before.
Oh, yeah.
I done had equipment, because I've always done music, you know what I mean? I've had that stolen from me, and that's a terrible feeling. So that's an experience that is like, okay, if I was a millionaire right now, you wouldn't know it. If I got 50 guns, you wouldn't know it. Yeah. It's just I move accordingly to how I want to move and what makes me happy, what makes me comfortable. I don't move accordingly to getting, validation. You know, of a person that's just like, oh yeah, man, he a real dude, he a real one, or oh, he got money. No, I want you to look at me as a regular person because I don't know you the way I know you.
And
You will know I got it like that.
And there's certain things, bro, like I'm guilty of, because everything is not perfect, but it's about seeing the error. Like I posted a while, maybe a year ago or something, me having some cash, but I posted it in a sense of, man, you don't have to be in the streets. You can have a legitimate business and make this type of money. You know what I'm saying? Which still could have, you know, came back against me, even though I'm doing it for something positive. But I still have pictures of when me and my wife first got our house built. You know, a lot of people post that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just for us. That nobody ever seen those pictures of the house getting built, because trust me, we passed by there like every other day while I was getting built. But that is for us. It's not always everything have to be on social media. And for the people that who do those things for us getting their house built, that is a milestone. You know what I'm saying? I understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm not really knocking it, but those are the type of stuff when I say I don't post everything. Like that's supposed to be regular for your inner circle. They know. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the world. You know, then it come braggadocious. And I also heard a person tell me, you don't want to be in a room talking about your success and it comes off as being braggadocious. So that's when you select the friends the positive friends you need to be around, where your bragging or your success don't come off as bragging. And that's all I feel like social media do. And the people who have a lot of issues with, look at him, he just posting this and posting that. But those the wrong type of people anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like I say,
you know, humble yourself. You know, it's so important to be humble because you know, you never know who your enemies are. You never know who, you know, especially again, like we touched on with the rappers, especially with that, it's so many things that they have to be smarter, and you know, you have to move wiser to just know that when it come, like you say, it'll come off like that, and you have to move different, especially when everybody know you have. You know, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But you know, man, I just feel like in us getting ready to close, we got like about 2 minutes. I just feel like, you know, you don't want to bring more issues to yourself. You don't want to bring more headaches to yourself, like we said, when you bring everything to social media, because it's not, everything ain't for that in our opinion. You know, a lot of people may see different. I know that's not going to change.
That's fine.
This world, but hey, somebody got to say it. So why not Arthur J and Torrie TV? And that's what we try to bring, you know, and it's so crazy, man. We can go on and on and on about this, but you need to be able to go somewhere where it's nobody but you and your significant other, or you and your kids, or you and your brothers or your sisters, whoever that's close to you in your life. You need to be able to have a separation, because what happens when you don't have a separation, you always living for social media. And that's something I don't want to do. I want to be able to come to social media, but I don't want to have to live for social media.
Good point.
You know what I mean? And people just have to really keep that in mindset, man. We want y'all to like,
please,
subscribe, comment, and please share. You know, we have more and more on the way. You see, again, we in new scenery, and we just want to grow, man. We're gonna do more things on our channels. We want to start going live, you know, on our other platforms of social media. Speaking of social media, but on our other platforms. So yeah, follow us, man. It'll be in the description below. So I'm Arthur J.
And I'm Torrie.
And like we always say, yeah, man.
Peace.